Hey guys, we're back with another SnowRunner playthrough video. I am in town and I'm working on this not a drill mission. I'm trying to edit the videos a bit more now that I've been playing for a while so that you guys don't have to watch me drive from place to place that I've done it several times and we're familiar with. So what I want to do is I'm actually need to pick up some steel beams and I'm going to try to do this. This is tough because there's buildings nearby. I feel like it's maybe going to throw it off a little bit, but I want to pick up these beams to get them out of the way because they've been like laying here on the ground in the alley. And this mission is going to require me ultimately to go. Let me get the anchors out. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I got to go over to Smithville Dam at some point. I have to go pick these up and I have to go get that big construction trailer that is at the let's see, I'm stuck somehow, or the beams are stuck on something. There's a big trailer that I've mentioned several times that's at the factory, and so I need to deliver that too. Let's see if we can get these on the truck without an accident here. I pulled in and I was like, oh, I'll just load up with the beams, and then I was like, why don't I take the ones off the ground and get them out of the way? That would be nice. We'll do another test of how close. Let's play how close does it have to be to snap into place. Pack cargo. This may not be good enough. Oh, it was. All right, restore crane. There, so we've gotten those out of the way now, which is kind of nice. So let me double check the map, but where I'm going is the construction site, this drilling site rather. So I need to go down to the mill. So I'll map this out because you guys have seen me get lost going to the easiest of places, unfortunately. So come in the mill, kind of come out the back side of the mill, move that one, and then come across here, and then I can go to the drilling site. And then I got to decide if I want to head over to Smithville Dam immediately and grab, I forget what I need over there. It's some kind of trailer again. I need to look at the objectives again, because the issue is going to be between that trailer and the construction trailer at the factory is what do I need to pull it with. So if it's a smaller trailer, I could pull it without refitting this truck because it'll hitch onto the rear. If it's a larger trailer like the one at the factory, I will need a high saddle. So I got to figure that out before I take off. Especially going to, well, I guess I can go to the garage in Smithville Dam too, but I'm not sure I've heard that bell before. I am, for the record, this is the first video I'm recording with a new mic. I won't go into the gory details because probably nobody cares, but I had a Blue Yeti Nano, which is a front address condenser mic, and so because it's a condenser mic, it picks up a little extra background noise, and then because I play at a couch and I'm kind of far away from my equipment, I play video games in my home theater, and so I'm quite a bit away from the capture equipment. And so it just wasn't working out that well. And so I bought a inexpensive dynamic mic instead, just based on like kind of all the recommendations on YouTube for this kind of work. Like they tend to pick up less background noise, and it looks like a more traditional focal mic. And so I can point it at me a little easier on a microphone stand versus the Yeti was a little bit hard to get like the active part pointed at me. So anyway, that's enough details about the mic, but I kind of wanted to say it for the record. It'll be a reminder for me too if I'm trying to find the switch over point at some point from an audio perspective. Hopefully it doesn't cause any problems. And then the other thing, just to give people kind of a peek behind the curtain, because I'm always curious when I watch playthrough videos like this. Like I can see some edits and it's, you know, never clear how much is being cut out type of thing. And so from my perspective, the early videos on this channel, because I was brand new, kind of didn't necessarily know what I was doing, and also, you know, needed content, so to speak, those are pretty much intact. The more recent ones, especially the longer ones, I'm cutting probably 30% of the content. Like the last couple videos, I think I recorded for over an hour and 10 minutes each, and then the final was closer to like 40 to 50 minutes. This area that I'm in right now, it doesn't look like it's really that big of a deal, but the way that this path that I'm kind of on is on a side slope a little bit, this is kind of like a risky rollover area, to be honest. That's why I'm going a little tentatively. Pretty sure I have rolled over there before. Maybe not in this playthrough, but... Alright. Now it's a little bit better. So yeah, we'll get this delivered, and then we'll just take a look real quick and figure out what we want to tackle next. If there's fuel on that trailer, I might grab some. I think there is. Because if I'm going to go straight to Smithville Dam especially. So let's take a look at that. So metal planks are done. And then the oil drilling rig is over in Smithville Dam. It doesn't say... Huh. It doesn't say on here. I know some of them do say, you know, high saddle required or recommend a truck with a... Sorry, sip of coffee. Recommend a truck with a high saddle or something like that. So I'm nervous. Although it doesn't show this trailer. Oh, you know what? I think the oil rig drill goes on a trailer. It is not a trailer. It's a part that goes on a trailer. And I have no idea how many slots it is. I don't know if it's 4. I don't know if it's 5. So that's a little bit of a challenge. But let's head over to Smithville Dam. We'll do that first. All right, we're over at Smithville Dam. We have the low saddle on. I did a little bit of peeking because I didn't want to be like wasting a ton of time, to be honest. And so this part that I need to pick up, it takes 5 slots. And so I'm just going to go ahead and grab the large kind of flatbed trailer here. And it turns out, so this mission, again, I think is really a little bit more about like the driving that takes place over in Black River, because the drilling rig that I need to pick up is right next door over at the supply depot thing, whatever they call it. And then the exit from Smithville Dam back to Black River is like right down the hill. So this is all like come over here and pick it up, and then you got to drive across Black River is more like the task, I guess. So we'll get this picked up and get going. So I'm still rocking the Fleet Star for now. Probably in a relatively soon video, it might be time to pick up some of the additional trucks that are scattered around Michigan. There's several more that I have not ever used, so let's see. I'm assuming I just picked this up at the pickup zone. This trailer is really large. It's about to get really heavy. Yeah, big drill, oil rig drill. All right, so we've got that loaded up. I have a sense that this is going to be a challenge. I have to remember I do not have all-wheel drive on right now because I've been fast traveling between garages, and that switches off. I don't know that I'm going to hit any challenging terrain on the way to the exit, to the tunnel. Let me double check where I need to go. I think I need to go back, yeah, back to the way I came. Like start to go back to the garage, and then you come down this hill, and the tunnel's at the bottom. This is a big piece of equipment, so likely going to be a little bit of a challenge. This is another example I've talked about a number of times, like how, in my opinion, it's critical to get the roads cleared and open and that kind of stuff, so that when you get to this mission, you're not trying to take this thing, you know, through a mountain pass or across a really swampy area of land. You want the rock slides and the power lines and the bridges all taken care of. In my opinion, anyway. I mean, I've seen, wow, this equipment, this rig is really pushing me around, because like trying to make that corner, I just was understeering really badly. Take it slow. The trailer's really long, obviously, so I don't want to like have it kind of roll through the ditch and then get hung up or roll over. But yeah, I can definitely tell even more than normal. Like the truck doesn't want to respond to steering inputs. I've got my wheels cranked, and I'm still going straight. So it's a lot of it is the weight. They've really done a good job modeling kind of the weight that would be on the back end of the truck here. If I hit any rough terrain, it's gonna get ugly quick. I'll tell you that much. I might try turning all-wheel drive on. I've talked about that before. Like it seems like it wouldn't really help here because it's not necessarily a traction issue. But I'll tell you from my perspective, it does seem like it just makes the truck a little bit more responsive. So when I'm having trouble steering like that because of a significant load. And then I go back to the comment I've made a number of times, which is, you know, I'm not... Well, I guess the Fleet... So this Fleet Star is a heavy... I think a heavy truck. I always get confused between heavy and heavy duty. I think this one's just heavy. I think heavy duty is like the Pacifics and stuff. All right. So back to Black River. All right, so I've got my path mapped out here. Staying on road as much as possible. There are some challenging spots. There's going to be a spot. There's no way to avoid kind of having to go. There's kind of a couple different paths to get to the actual drilling construction site, and neither of them are great. So it's kind of like a mini river crossing on one side, or the other side is you have to go kind of winding down the hills, and then you go across that really narrow wooden bridge that we built. So I have picked my poison. I'm going to go the first way, which actually requires to go through a little bit of water at the end. But I think that it's the less challenging path other than that. It keeps me on the road longer, and it keeps me on a less winding path, in my opinion. So we'll see. I'm going to take this slow. It's a long trailer. Come in cab here for a second. So I had pretty good luck with the first-person view. Come on. I'm trying to turn, and it's just not turning. With the first-person view, when I was hauling that long fuel trailer, the only challenge I had was I had to be extra careful not to kind of cut a corner offshore and then hang up the trailer on something at the corner. I don't know. I could go either way. This view lets me see the trailer, obviously. This poor truck is just getting pushed around by the trailer. And of course I don't have a crane, so like if I lose the cargo, I'm gonna have to go get another truck. I do have the Paystar still, so if I had an issue here, I probably would choose to bring that to me rather than taking the Fleet Star back. But let's just cross our fingers and hope that doesn't even matter. So you can kind of tell just from the lay of the land, we're still up fairly high, and the drilling site is down kind of at a low point on the map down by the water. So I guess we know theoretically it's mostly downhill, just given the nature of the land. Other than the understeer I get in certain conditions when it just feels like the front of the truck is coming off the ground, this is going surprisingly well, and I'm sure I just jinxed myself. I'm 100% positive. I don't know why I do that, but guess I'm looking for a filler comment, and I'm dumb enough to say, oh, this is going pretty well. I think I'm going to hang a right here, I believe. Looks like that's where I placed the nav point on purpose. I've tried to do better with that versus just putting the nav point at the intersection. I put it slightly down the path of the direction I want to go. Come on. So you can kind of see there again. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but I had my wheels cranked hard left and the truck is going to the right still. Still having a little bit of that. Not loving the way this is going. Because if I get the truck off on that slope, yeah, let me back up again. Try to get pointed a little bit more in the correct direction that I want to be going in. Let's try this again. Let's get a little bit going. Oh, this is miserable. So the trailer is still up on the flat ground, so it's kind of almost like until it comes down, I'm not going to get better traction. So I just need to go. There we go. Finally. Got some weight on the front end of the truck. That probably felt ridiculous to be that cautious, but I just couldn't tell when I was going to actually get any traction there, and then it felt like I was going to head off to the right and down that slope, and it would have been unrecoverable. I say this again, recognizing it's a little bit of a jinx. I have never had to like restart a mission, so I guess if I like lost this drill, like it crashed off a bridge and it was down in literally an unrecoverable place, does restarting it set it back to... Oh, I guess I picked this one up at the trailer store, so in theory I could pick up 10 of these if I wanted to. Not at the trailer store, but you know what I mean, at the depot back in Smithville DM. But the trailer that's up at the factory, for example, where that's like a one-off, if I lose that trailer in an unrecoverable accident, like what happens? I guess I restart the mission or reset it or whatever and it goes back there? That's my guess. I won't be testing it out. Huh. I think the front end of the truck, the wheels were like literally completely off the ground there for a second. As slow as this is going, the Fleet Star is handling it really well from like a traction perspective. Again, I'm just gonna absolutely jinx myself, but like I'm not getting stuck. It's just a matter of the weight is so much on the back of this truck that I have to... Okay, this is where I gotta cross the water, so this is probably where I get stuck then, I guess, right? Ooh, I almost headed off to that little island to the right, not realizing which way I actually wanted to go. Coming around the bend there, it looked like I was going to keep going straight, but I really want to hang kind of a slight left here. Again, going really slow. I mean, part of this, I've got it floored right now, just to be frank, right? So it's not like I'm going slow completely out of caution. Some of this is based on this is as fast as I can go with this load. On this terrain, at least. But yeah, the Fleet Star is handling this really well. I know there are better trucks in this game, but kind of this versus... I was driving the Paystar for so long. Definitely was kind of attached to that, I'll say. I'd still like to get some upgrades for this truck. Because there's definitely, you know, the better transmission... kind of better wheels and that kind of stuff would probably help a lot. All right, is that it? Is that where I'm going? Holy smokes. Again, for the record, I am not waving the mission accomplished banner yet, but I think I'm pretty close to where I'm going. And then all that's left... Ah, shoot. I really don't know what I need for the trailer that's up. I think I need a high saddle. It's so tough to tell. It's not in the video. I cut this part out, but I came out of the garage with the high saddle on, thinking that's what I needed to grab, and then went to the trailer store, and it wasn't correct. This trailer takes a low saddle, but I believe the trailer up at the factory takes the high saddle. So, where's the stupid drop-off point? Wait, maybe I'm not there yet. I think I'm not there. Yeah, this is the drilling site. I guess I just got to go over to the drop-off point. It's over there to the right-ish, straight ahead. Come on. Oh, I hate when other people do that, and I just did it. Like, stopping in the mud and losing my momentum just to check the map. That was dumb. Where's the drop-off point? This is not... That's not where I dropped off the steel beams, is it? Maybe it is. Where's the dang... I don't like where it's pointing me. Like, I feel like that's not correct. Yeah, I want to go over here. I don't know why that's... Oh, it's having me do... That's a pickup icon. That's weird. Okay, what is going on? Am I doing the thing out of order again? I've already delivered metal planks. I guess I can at least unhook the trailer and leave it here, but I am confused once again about what's going on. Let's take a look. So I need to deliver metal planks, but oh, ×2, and I only delivered one. I'm an idiot. All right, so I guess I got to leave this here and go get another metal planks, and then I can probably bring this, I guess. So this is one that has to be done in order. So the problem is I'm really close to the, let me unhook. I'm really close to the metal planks, but I don't have a way to pick them up right now. Unless there's a trailer over there. I guess I gotta go over this way. Now I'm all kinds of discombobulated. There's probably going to be people in the first part of the video that already noticed that I screwed that up, that have been yelling at their screens this whole time. Is this a path? I set these stupid markers. Ugh. I'm so frustrated and discombobulated. Which way am I wanting to go? I guess this... Yeah, here we go. This is the path. So luckily there's a trailer up in the area that I need that prevents me from having to like go back to the garage and like swap out equipment. Although I couldn't do that because when I get back I need to be able to hook on to the flatbed in order to deliver it. So I got to keep the saddle on this thing until I deliver that drilling rig part. I know there's a trailer with wooden planks here too, which I don't need, but I could have hooked onto it. That was like my option B because I've been seeing that since like the beginning of this game, knowing that there was a trailer here with wooden planks. Alright, not sure it matters which way I go here. Like all of these various different paths go kind of out to the main road. I'll probably grab a little fuel depending on where I come out. Come on. Kind of bouncing all over the place. So that was kind of a mistake that I got a little lucky because it could have been a much more costly mistake from like a time perspective if there was not a trailer over here to grab. So I lucked out a little bit there. There's still a large trailer, I believe, down, like if I go straight there down there, and yeah, I can kind of see it. I went and looked at it early in the game because I thought there was probably stuff on it that I needed for a nearby mission, which is usually the case. I've talked about that a number of times where if you need, you know, wooden planks, there might be a trailer full of planks somewhere much closer than where you would go to the sawmill on that map. So there's a trailer over there with like 4 or 5 items on it. Where's the trailer? Sorry, the camera's wigging out a little bit there because of the buildings. There it is. Yeah, I think I parked this here, actually, after a previous mission. Oh, well, maybe not. I don't know. It's got stuff on it. Nothing I need right now. Looks like bricks and maybe service spare parts. I don't know. Let's get hooked on. Whoops. Not winch. Oh, stop. Stop running away, trailer. It's too far away because I sent it rolling. Okay, so I gotta unpack the cargo and then remove the cargo. And then drive through here and get some metal planks. Alright, we're back on the road again. I've got the metal planks. And we're heading back down to the drilling site. And based on looking at the way that the mission, the task or contract, I guess, is structured, I think it's clearly one that I need to deliver in some kind of order. So I'm guessing when I deliver these, I'm going to get an animation that builds the first part, and then it will take the drilling rig. And then I forget what the last piece is. There's a third delivery, I believe, that's something I have to bring over from the factory. It's the construction equipment or something, that giant trailer. And as you recall from doing like the missing parts and stuff like that missions, that factory is a ways across the map, so I'll probably edit out some of that gameplay. Don't roll over because you're in a hurry. We'll just cut through here, being careful not to snag the trailer on a tree. Well, that was an adventure. I guess I'd rather have this problem than, say, having a major problem delivering that giant drill from over at Smithville Dam. This was relatively easy to solve. Come on, Fleet Star. That is interesting how kind of stuck I got just hauling these metal beams versus how well this handled. I guess I didn't really get stuck, it just had to downshift, but compared to how it handled that giant drilling part, it's funny that it got hung up on this little sideboard trailer with metal planks. We're getting there. Yeah, so like I said, my guess is this is like a bridge building deal where you can't deliver like the parts that make the road bed. You can't deliver those before the parts you make the frame with, because that frame's got to be up before you put the wooden planks or the, you know, the concrete and stuff like that down. So quite a few tree stumps in this area too, which presents a little challenge. I did not come out by the fuel station, so I'm noticing that I'm down to just 95 liters, but I think I'm going to have to go to the garage regardless to swap out the saddle before I finish this, so it probably doesn't matter too much. I could grab fuel off of that trailer that's right there, to be honest, but if I need to go back to the garage, there's not really a point. Throw on the diff lock just to get out of the mud there. I know it slows us down a little bit, but definitely was stuck pretty good there. All right, let's get these delivered. Yeah, that's what I was... Okay, so I was right. All right, let me unhitch from this. I guess I'll just leave this trailer right there. I want to get this delivered as quickly as possible. Have to go back into auto to get into reverse. I'm really hoping the... I know the game has a tendency sometime with trailers like this, if they're not set perfectly level, they can really like glitch out really badly, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Okay, I'm attached. I think I just need to pull a little. There we go. And that's the second part. Wow, cool. All right, so we just completed 2 of those. Not how I intended to do it per se, but what do I have left? Yeah, so it's that semi-trailer that's way over here. Alright, I got the Fleet Star equipped with the high saddle. I got to drive all the way over to the factory from the garage. We have seen that before, so I'm going to cut most of this out. I did drive all the way back from the construction site with the long kind of flatbed trailer on so I could resell it. That drive was a pain in the butt. Is this the right direction already? Yep. Yeah, even empty, just the length of that trailer, it frequently does the thing where it like lifts the front of the truck off the ground, so it's just kind of a pain. And I imagine... So I think that this trailer we're going to pick up is the equivalent of 5 slots as well, like lengthwise, meaning I think it's as big as the large fuel tanker, I think is equivalent to like a 5-slot trailer. So yeah, this will be fun driving that back from the factory all the way to the construction site or drilling site that we're taking it to. But let me get over to the factory and I'll see you there. All right, we are at the factory. I am going to get hooked on to this massive trailer. This is, I mean, gotta be the biggest thing I've hauled by far. So I am a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, about getting this thing back to the project site. And I haven't even looked at what path I gotta take here. So this is all pretty standard. Oops, I'm not sure if I'm going to want to go that way, actually. Where am I going? Yeah, drilling site. So I'm going to here. So it's not a terrible drive. This part, I'm not going to lie, could be tough. But I think that's the path I want to take. And then we'll go... around here. Sorry about that. I just realized the, oops. Looks like the, I think the Chevy's still sitting out on that sandbar from picking up a spare part or something. Okay. Here we go, fingers crossed. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. Look at that truck, looks like a little toy from up here. I'm not gonna be able to see. Debating whether I should just put all-wheel drive on, kind of like I did before, just to get a little more traction. This is... the majority of this journey is not over the roughest terrain, to be honest. There's a few tricky spots. It's going to be a matter of not doing something... I mean, I got to go so slow, and if I just like overcorrect a little bit, then I send the trailer into a telephone pole. Or, you know, if it goes off the edge of the road a little bit where there's a slope, it's going to roll. And it's probably not recoverable. I mean, it's probably like you have to reset it and start the mission over. Which I would prefer not to do. Yeah, see, even there, like I drove the truck around. There were some rocks in the road, and I drove the truck around it, but then the trailer still clipped them. This feels ridiculous. It feels like this is not like what you would tow this with in real life. I don't know. I know there are some other massive trucks in this game, like way bigger, but some of them have limited towing capacities. Like there's a Caterpillar truck thingy, but like it can't take a saddle. Like it's very limited on what it can actually do. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe something like the P16 would be the truck to tow this with. What's the largest of the heavy duty trucks in this entire game? I don't know. I'm towing this with the Fleet Star. If that's laughable, let me know. It's struggling, but it's still going. This feels a little bit off. I'm trying to think back now. There was something a mission I did a couple episodes ago with the Pay Star, and it was kind of this. I just kept thinking the entire time, like, I don't think I'm supposed to do this with this truck. I think I'm supposed to have something much bigger. And then maybe that was the time that I kind of started flipping over to the Fleet Star, which is a little bit more kind of a powerful truck, I guess. Like I said, it's at least it's in the heavy duty class instead of in the off-road class. I don't know. So far it's working. The trailer rocking back and forth like that is not helping my nerves, I'll tell you that much. All right, we got a little bit of mud and a little bit of mud going uphill. So, fingers crossed. I wonder if there's what's the dumbest path to take? Is there a shortcut to take this trailer that someone has pulled off? I kind of want to see that video. Ooh. Felt like it was tipping to the left there. I haven't gotten a notification that there's been any game updates on Xbox One here, but I keep seeing on Reddit and whatnot that there's stuff coming, so I don't know if it's dropping on PC first. Uh-oh. Oh no, lost my controller. Alright, let's back this up. I think the biggest issue is just I'm hung up on some really big rocks here. Okay. There we go. Had kind of everything go wrong there at once. Right when I got stuck and kind of hung up for the first time, my controller died with no warning. I picked up a set of battery packs that you clip in, and then like a charging dock thing for my controllers. I'll link it in the description if anybody's interested. It's worked really well, but I guess one thing you just noticed is, like, normally your controller tells you your batteries are getting low, and I didn't get that warning. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I feel like I'm cutting that corner too close. Yep. Just hit something with the, I want to push the trailer as far to the left as possible here. Okay. Let's try. Now the truck's at a weird angle, but let's try from here. Take it slow. The trailer was hitting the guardrail is what was going on there. Come on, stay in the middle of the road. Yeah, I'm stuck again. Let me get this figured out. Let's see. I think I want to push. So if I want to push the trailer that way. Okay. Let's stay as far left overall as I can. I'm even going to kind of rub the... get back over there to the left. Kind of rub the guardrail. There we go. I think we cleared it. Interestingly, so like trailers can't take damage, right? That could be an interesting component of the game if like hitting that guardrail had caused damage, like tire damage to the trailer. I mean, I mapped this path out, but now I'm extremely nervous. I'm taking this through the river, I guess. Why did I pick this path? Oh boy. This is making me extremely nervous. There are some telephone poles to winch off of if I stay to the left. I'm not sure, honestly, how long my winch line is. So I think there I'm winching off that down tree. I'm not above sort of winching my way across this if I have to. But I gotta see what I can winch off of. Let's see. Oh, I'm just, like, not quite close enough to that one that's up and to the left there. Let's throw in low and lock the diff and try to keep crawling along a little bit. I gotta watch fuel too, because if I'm burning at, you know, this 7 liters a minute rate and not making any progress, that's not gonna be good. Let's try, so there is some stuff over there. I don't know how strong any of this stuff is, to be honest. That looks like it's that down telephone pole, so that's giving me something. I want to be really careful that I don't get into too deep of a water here. All right, let's release that winch point. Keep crawling along. So I was talking earlier, like, what's the dumbest route someone's taken with this? Like, is this... should I have avoided crossing the river with this? Maybe yes. I hate when I get auto-attached to those winch points that are at, like, a 45-degree angle or worse off to the side. Okay, I was making progress for quite a while there. There's a tree there. That doesn't appear to be helping me much. All right, let me manually pick my winch point. Come on. I'm somehow rotating through the... there we go. And I want to grab on that telephone pole. The telephone poles are by far the strongest, most reliable winch points in the game. Okay, I think I'm hung up on a branch here. Tree. There we go. Yeah, there's an element of the game I think I've talked about before where when you hit a down tree or piece of debris like that, it usually it'll eventually kind of break and you're able to kind of power through it. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous that the water still appears to be getting deeper and not shallower. Is definitely causing me some concern. But I'm still moving. I feel like I'm past the halfway point. There I'm winching at the side angle again. All right, let's see what I can grab onto. I keep hitting the map button. I'd really like to get onto that pole up there again, but I'm, again, kind of in that no man's land of being just a couple feet too far away. I gotta be really careful here. I feel like I'm at risk of getting myself in a position where there's not a good, viable winch point nearby. There's some stuff over here under the water, and I don't know if that's supposed to be like rocks or what. There we go. So that's giving me some forward progress at least. Okay. Oh, I'm like painfully close to being able to winch off of that telephone pole, but not quite there. Not 100% sure what my best option is. I always say, you know, you want something as reasonably far away as possible to winch off of, in my opinion. I don't know that this is helping me. I feel like I'm winching, but I'm also hung up. What's that out there? There's a winch point that looks like it's moving, which makes me nervous that it's not very solid. Man, bless the game developers for putting a reasonable number of winch points in this river. I just don't know that I have any other hope. Okay, there's some rock, it looks like. I'm finally hitting some area that's more of the... See, you can see where it's like rock versus mud, and the rock is actually giving me a little bit of traction. I'm keenly aware that I'm down to 130 liters of fuel and haven't... I want to winch off of that stupid pole so badly. So right now the problem is there's like nothing really in front of me at all. I guess I'll try that. I don't even know what that is. Another down tree. It's working, I guess. Shouldn't complain. I'm tempted, I know this is bad, but I'm tempted to actually back up a little bit and try to get over to the left. Yeah, that's not even effective, though. I truly just need to get... Well, I'm moving a little bit. I truly just need to get, like, another 3 feet in game distance over to the left and forward. Then I can get that pole. Oh, look at that. That is so frustrating. All right, I'm gonna just grind for a little bit here and see if I can get enough traction to get over to where I can reach that last pole. I don't think these trees are doing me any good. All right, there we go. Maybe a little bit, but I know I've backed up a little bit now. Maybe making some forward progress. Let's check. Yes, I'm closer from a kind of a left-right perspective, but I'm not close enough from a forward progress perspective. And I think I'm going to need... I mean, I got to be careful that I leave myself some amount of fuel once I get out of here. Okay, let's do this. I can winch off of that one. There we go. I don't know if that helped me or not. No. Until I can get off, until I can winch off of that pole. All right, we're going to do, we'll do a little bit of the cheaty thing. I'm going to detach the trailer, get myself unstuck, and then try to winch the trailer up here onto dry ground. I know that's risky, and if this trailer just drags me right back into the mud, it won't be helpful. All right, so that feels relatively solid. Let's put the parking brake on. Get the winch point in the back established. Oh, I pulled too far ahead. I'm gonna have to back up a little bit at least. All right, let's try it again. Still no. Can I winch this trailer? Is that even allowed? Oops. Okay, the answer is yes. Oh, that's frustrating. So, I'm not moving it at all. It just appears to be stuck solid. I may have to come over here with another truck at some point. Because I'm not making any progress here. Let me get attached again. I mean, I understand, especially given the nature of this trailer, why it's not moving with the winch. I'm going to kind of give this a go until I almost get to a point of having a fuel issue, I guess. And we'll go from there. I was kind of curious if attaching the trailer at a different point would maybe pull it forward as it attached. To be honest, I'm not going to lie. That appeared to not do anything. Oh. I just saw us move a little bit. Come on. I don't know that the diff lock is doing anything, but I guess it's better than nothing. I felt like we made like a foot of progress there for a second, and now it's gone. Come on. Man, I am so frustratingly close to that other hole. I just want to do something to get the trailer to move a little bit even. Oh man, I think we're out. Wow, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. That was a lot. Okay, I'm back in that position where the front wheels are kind of off the ground, so my steering's a little bit wonky. Come on. I can go back and lock the diff if that matters. Well, appears to make some difference. Okay, let me get up here on the concrete, and then I can go back to regular all-wheel drive auto. Gotta watch the guardrail here. Man, that was impressive. Okay, am I supposed to be going down this hill here? Because that makes me incredibly nervous. But it appears like that is the path that I set. And I have a little bit of water to cross here, too. I think that is pure... if I recall, that last little bit that I just highlighted, I think is an area where it's like very rocky and not muddy, but I'm not sure. That turn probably made me the most nervous. If I can survive that turn. Ugh. Wow. That was impressive. I know it was a bit like stubborn, kind of grinding to get out of that river, but it beats the alternative of having to go get another truck or recover or whatever my other options were. So I'll take it. I do feel it put me on the like it's like 50-50 that I have enough fuel now. I know I'm fairly close, to be honest, but I'm burning through fuel at a pretty rapid rate. And if I do one stupid thing, see if I can get a little bit more speed. That's the challenge with that burn rate when you're burning at the high burn rate. You know, do you want to try to go a little bit faster because it's, you know, measuring in, you know, like your liters per minute, right? So if you can cut off a couple minutes of drive time, it can make a big difference. All right, I guess I got to hang a left here. Yeah. Don't want to get hung up on those trees, so I got to swing a little bit wide. Yeah, I got hung up. I got hung up on the trees. Let's go a little wider here. Oh, there's a stump. So let's need to go around that. I think I maybe went wide enough there, I think. There we go. All right. This is the area where I don't want to go straight, I want to go left. Come on. This truck's just getting shoved around. There we go. Okay, where am I going? Where am I trying to come out? Camera is not being my friend. This is making me very nervous. Let's go ahead and lock the diff again. Somewhat preventatively, hopefully. Try to avoid getting stuck instead of trying to have to get unstuck. Down to under 60 liters of fuel. Trying to stay on the high ground a little bit while also avoiding being off kilter and tilted. Come on. It's so close. So close. This is a big mission. This is kind of one of the bigger end state missions for this early map. I think we're going to make it as long as fuel's not an option, or an issue rather. Have to be a little careful not to get lost on the site trying to find the drop-off point. I did downshift there. I feel like I'm going a little bit downhill, so I'm surprised that it kind of bogged a little bit. So I guess it's just straight on. Yeah, I can see the other trailer over there. So I think I'm going to swing to the right and go around that way. I think I probably just clipped a stump there, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care at this point. I just want to get this delivered. I'm not sure what I hit there that gave me some damage, but oh well. I am really close. Don't get stuck now. I don't know if there's anything really to winch off of. I guess there's a pole right there. So $35 liters. Oh my gosh, that was insane. And I've been promoted. Yeah, first site has been constructed. We're back in business. I think there's a bunch of, that was 7,500, wow. So there's a bunch of other drilling related missions. I think when you get to like the Alaska and Russia and stuff, it's the drilling component of is part of like the main plot, I guess I'll say. So, all right, let's call that one. That was a lot. I don't know how long this part will actually end up being because I'm going to edit out some of the longer drive times, but that was a lot of work and I really enjoyed it.